A little package has come from Matthew Smith. This is the guy who runs LumenCraft. He sells little DIY flashlight parts. So let's see what I bought. So, first thing I got are some LED heatsink dies for the LEDs. And these are the Luxon stars, as some would know it. They're star-shaped stars. And one is for the XHP 50 LED. And the other three are for the XHP 70 and 70.2. And then I have some 6-volt XHP or anything else that's 6 volts. 10 amp LED flashlight drivers. So these things are probably the highest driver boards you can get in amperage for flashlights. And this is all DIY stuff, so you kind of got to make this stuff work. So if you're mechanically inclined, you can play with stuff like this. Because I have this thing to play with. And this is one of them China Pride XHP 160s. It's a single cell 26650 powered light. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best thing in the world. What I found with this thing is when you got it. This is a telescopic, so it's a zoomy type flashlight. So when you got it in flood mode, it's okay. You know, it's better than, you know, an incandescent flashlight. But what I notice is when you put it in zoom, yeah, you get a little spot of light, but actually the light output diminishes. Doesn't really have that good of a throw. And yeah, zoomy is one of them type of lights that when you zoom it out, you lose some light. But this is, it's quite noticeable, especially in the dark. When you go from flood and you go to zoom and you look at the spot and you expect this big hot spot and it's not there. It's like, it gets dimmer as you go out. That's the way it is. Because it's not a very good LED in there. And it's one of them wannabe ones. So when you zoom it, you get this weird checkerboard pattern, 16 squares. It's bizarre. But that's just what I'm gonna tinker with. So like in earlier videos, I says, well, probably I wanted to like put this up to a 6-volt running off of a 1-cell battery. It's sort of possible. I may make it happen on a different flashlight, because this one has an extra little side light on it. I like to maintain that. Otherwise, I'd rip the guts out, and I get a 3-volt version of this. I might still get a 3-volt version of this, because this one has a lot more modes in it that you would like. Like this one, it has high, low, and strobe. Strobe is useless. It's like, why have it? I don't understand it. It's just one of them things. And then for this, and maybe another one, I bought a 3-volt Cree, a real Cree 50.2. So, this little LED is going to go in here to make it one kick-ass flashlight. And it's going to be a sleeper. We'll call it the Shit Show China Sleeper Flashlight Project or something like that. So I have 2 of these just in case I screwed up. So what I have to do is take this LED and put it on this heatsink star. So I have to do a reflow type soldering. So I'll use some solder paste, and I'll either use my hot air gun pointing up from the bottom and reflow it that way, or maybe I'll try it to do it on a regular clothes iron and just plop it on there, but who knows what I'm going to do. And let's see what we got. We got a little cartoon book. So that's that for this little episode of DIY flashlight modification shit show with China Pride. So before we take off, let's go check out the LumenCraft website. Here at LumenCraft, we have the 3-volt Cree XHP 50.2 K2 6250K LED. Current price is $9.65. This is the surface mount, so you have to solder this to a heatsink star. Here at LumenCraft, we have the 20mm XM-L XHP-50 sync pad. This is for your Cree 50.2 or similar surface mount LED. This is a heat sink pad. Performance boost for Cree LED emitters. Direct thermal path allows for cooler LEDs and higher output. Copper MCP CB. Current price is $2.30. Performance boosting technology. Ooh. ThinkPad is a PCB technology that makes it possible to conduct heat out of the LED and into the atmosphere into a faster, more efficient manner. And you have the rest of the criteria here. And it says the emitter is soldered directly to the copper heat pad. So there you go for this little segment. Here at LumenCraft, we have the copper PCB 20mm for the Cree XHP70 or XHP 70.2. Performance boost for Cree LED emitters. Allows a direct thermal path, allows for cooler LEDs and higher output. Current price is $2.30. Of course, you can read the rest of the criteria here. You can pause if you have to. Got any other additional? Nope. That's it for this little segment. So we'll go back to the video already in progress. So there you go. Just a little selection of handy stuff. And my next order from LumenCraft is to retrofit my 2 remaining mag lights to upgrade them. But that's going to be later on because that's almost $350 to retrofit them to have the drop-in die and the retrofit battery compartment for 26 650s, and 2 more 26 650s. That's what I mean, 4 for 2 kits. And of course, I've already got the chargers already made up for them, my own homemade chargers that I made up in an earlier video or a later video, depending on when I decide to publish it. So I built these things to charge batteries, and they're pretty cool because they got a little fuel gauge on them. So it gives you a little fuel gauge on how much is in it when it's not charging, and of course it gives you the indicator when it's draining, or you can see the progress when it's charging. So pretty cool. So future projects, and who knows when they come out, and of course I have to make them, but first I gotta make a baseline on what this thing does before I tinker with it. So I gotta build a lux tube. So that'll be coming up in another video. And it's just it's a lux meter, one of them light meters that's attached to some 3 pieces of street elbow PVC pipe with some diffusers. So I got there'll be a piece. Let's just say this is the reading end where the reader is. So there'll be 3-inch street elbow. So it'll be, and then it'll start coming this way, and then there'll be another one that'll start coming this way. So that's number 2, and then one coming up where you put the flashlight. And each section will have a diffuser that I robbed out of a monitor that doesn't work anymore. There's no real scientific, it's just a homemade measuring tool, you know, it's not calibrated, it doesn't, just gives you a baseline of before and after. So that'll be coming up in another video. So enough babbling on this one. So we'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.